Why is Hedera crushing it on social media right now? We are going to dive into that because I think it has a lot to do with all this news we've got today, including USDC on Hedera getting added to a number of exchanges, Galaxy on Hedera announcing a creator fund, a real-world tracker has finally added Hedera. What took you guys so long, huh? A saucer swap adding AI integration, and so much more on today's Frugal BC. So if you like this kind of stuff, please hit that like and subscribe button. As I always say, you don't have to smash it. You can just press it ever so gently, and it works just fine that way too. We have channel memberships for only $1. You can get videos before anyone else. Plus we have exclusive videos for those on the higher channel members. So check that out in the join tab on the main page. Also, we are brought to you by non-fungible domains for that .algo address, and Marcus Aurelius, which is a meme coin and NFT project on the Algorand blockchain. So please give them some support in the description below. But let's get to today's video. I think this is really interesting, starting off with USDC on Hedera, really crushing it right now, getting added to 2 different exchanges. So let's take a look. The first one is the biggest centralized exchange in the world, Binance. Hedera USDC is now live on Binance. Now integrated with HTS, users can send and receive USDC on Hedera directly via Binance, all at the speed of the hash graph. Now, we were big on Algorand on USDC. Algorand has had really good luck with its USDC program. USDCA getting added to a bunch of spots. I believe Binance added that back in 2022. They added the Algorand version, so nice to see the Hedera version on that now. And that is not all, because earlier Crypto.com also added USDC. Deposits and withdrawals of USDC via Hedera have just been enabled on the Crypto.com app. You can launch the app there, and that's back in March 7th, so that happened a little while ago. Now Binance getting in on the action as well. And this is really important because you want that liquidity option. You need that escape to USDC asset, and you also need that for payments. Look guys, you're just not going to make payments in the native token, because every time you do that, you're creating a taxable event, and no one wants to do that. Like Para Wallet on Algorand right now is testing payments using MasterCard terminals, and that's going to be live probably in 6 months or so, probably this summer. And the whole point is, like, it's all done on USDC, because USDCA for them. I don't know, what's the USDC? Is it USDCH on Hedera? Anybody know that? Leave a comment down below. Anyway, the USDC Algorand version, it's going to use that because then it's not a taxable event. It's a taxable event if you use Algorand. Plus, no one wants to pay in a currency that's going to vary with the home currency. So you don't want, like, you think you got 200 bucks worth of Algorand in your wallet or Hedera, and then you go to pay and actually, oh, it just went down, so now you only have 180. You can't buy your I don't know, what's 200 bucks. I was going to say a video game system, but the days of those being 200 bucks is a long time ago. Anyway, the point stands. USDC is how you're generally going to do these transactions on Hedera rails, and so this is a big first step. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard of Galaxy. I think it's a pretty cool idea. They are basically a content creation app. I was on a similar one that tried to launch on Algorand, didn't quite make it, but this one still stood the test of time. So they just announced this creator fund. I think this is really cool. And so they write, major announcement yesterday at the end of our SXSW panel. That is South by Southwest, is it? Our CEO Solo Kisi announced the creation of our $1 million It's Your World Creator Fund. The Galaxy team will partner with 50 creators known as the Creator Class of 2025 to provide financial support, strategic guidance, and access to cutting-edge technology. And then there's an application for it. Now, if you don't know what Galaxy is, it's basically a platform that aims to help creators monetize their content. I've looked at it before. I never quite dove in, and there is an application, so you can apply down here. There's a full article. Let's look at that article. I think this is interesting. As Evertech previously reported, Galaxy is the brainchild of tech entrepreneur Solo Kisi and NBA star Spencer Dinwiddie. I'm not an NBA guy, so I've never heard of that person, but it serves as a social marketplace where users can create more meaningful experiences to engage with their fans. With the added benefit of direct-to-consumer monetization, Galaxy eliminates the need to rely solely on brand and advertising deals. Well, I don't think that's exactly how it works, but yeah, I mean, everyone knows like brand deals are a really big part of the YouTube economy. or any creator space. And you make some from advertising, but you probably make more from partnerships. So something to keep in mind, Galaxy raised $26 million in a funding round led by the HBAR Foundation and Anna Mocha Brands with participation from Polygon. That's interesting. Surprised they have any money on my Polygon's like a third of what it was. Galaxy has since developed Worlds, allowing creators to, on the decentralized social marketplace, to customize no-code apps. These apps enable creators to set up shops to sell subscriptions and digital experiences directly to fans and customers, otherwise known as the population. It's a weird way to put it. Additionally, creators can access wallets that store cryptocurrencies and NFTs, according to information shared with Afrotech. Well, I like these experiments. You know, the other one didn't really work because I don't think they had a good plan to really acquire a user base. And you need when you do something like this, you need a plan to get your first 100 customers. And a lot of times that won't look like your first 1,000 customers, right? So you have to give incentives to people. You have to kind of give away the farm, and you have to do stuff that doesn't scale usually to get your first customers. For example, with a completely unrelated newsletter that I run, my first paying subscribers to it were people that I just knew in real life, and I would say, hey, I got this newsletter, you should check it out. I didn't tell them to subscribe or pay for it. I just asked if I could have their email so they'd get it sent to them, and then a certain percentage of them subscribed, and that was how I got my first subscribers. Now I don't have to do that, but at one point I did. So same thing with YouTube. If my first viewers, I had to kind of go out and post my videos all over the place to try to get some attention, and YouTube does a pretty good job sending it out there too. But yeah, so this is really neat. I'm glad to see Galaxy has been working apparently. Be curious to hear from people who actually work on the platform, because I do think it's pretty interesting. And they, like I said, this was around in, I think like 2022, 2023 at least. It's been around a little while, so it's not new. So this RWA tracker is set to add Hedera. It left me questioning, well, what took so long? But, all jokes aside, good to see this stuff. Let's dive a little deeper into this project. So this is from rwa.xyz, and they announced that we're currently working on adding Hedera Hashgraph, expected to be live next month. Now, this was in response to King Solomon. I'm actually working on King Solomon on a project that I hope to be able to announce somewhat soon, but he said XRP integration is now live. Sites like RWA.xyz may become more relevant than sites like CoinMarketCap in the future because they are tracking global tokenized RWAs. And he said, now let's get HBAR on there. So good. Yeah, I think this is an interesting project, by the way. So basically they have this dashboard where they put all the tokenized real world assets in one place. And this is what it looks like. Now, where is it where they show, I'm assuming they got a list here. RWA league table, we got Ethereum, Z-Sync, Era, Stellar, Aptos, Polygon, Avalanche, Solana, Arbitrum, Base, and XRP Ledger. Like I said, we don't have HBAR on there yet, but I also don't see Algorand, but this is top 10. So yeah, this is apparently all the networks, and I don't see Algorand on here. That's kind of crazy. The fact that Algorand and HBAR are some of the last ones to be added to this is crazy. This is wild. I mean, you've got XDC on here, you got Gnosis, Z-Sync Era is on here, Optimism is on here, Sui is on here. Sui's like brand new. I think that's really strange to not have Algorand on here from like day one. It's like leading, I think it's really leading the pack in RWA, and HBAR close behind. So many good things are being built on HBAR. To me, it's just crazy that they would be some of the last ones to be on here, but interesting project nonetheless. So this short little one is from Saucer Swap. They have added AI integration into their platform. Now, I've used Saucer Swap a little bit. Some stuff I like, some I don't like so much. I think the V2 pools are really confusing, but let's dive into this anyway. Yeah, so this is directly from Saucer Swap Labs. Pluno AI is now live on Saucer Swap. Development speed equals can't stop, won't stop. Instant intelligence support from setup guidance to transaction troubleshooting, now directly in app. Live now on desktop and mobile. DApp browser support coming soon. So there it is. I tend to use it on desktop is what I like. I like most of my stuff on desktop, but I do like with ParaWallet getting that right, getting my stuff like TinyMan right in the ParaWallet. That's kind of cool. But yeah, Saucer Swap, it's got a nice design to it, maybe a little confusing sometimes. And some of the stuff like, the V2 pools, I'm not wild about how that works. I think I just don't see how it's a good idea. It's like if you're not in this narrow range, and I think you set it, but they don't explain it very well when you sign up, which is kind of my beef in crypto overall. also, hopefully this helps address that, because I think my beef overall in crypto is that stuff is just poorly explained, and a lot of times is far more clunky than we would accept on like a Web 2 app or any kind of business. We just wouldn't accept like really bad design, but for some reason in crypto, it's like it's par for the course. I don't get it, but yeah, good for them for adding this feature. I think it's a neat thing. And last but not least, I want to talk about this social spike, because I think one of the things that Hedera leaders said early on in the year is that this year they really want to focus on retail, and so that means social media is a big part of that, especially crypto, Twitter or X or Twix. I see it here called. That's my favorite term. It's really important to the ecosystem. So getting this huge social spike for Hedera, very, very important. Let's take a look. This is from lunarcrush.com social analytics. HBAR social activity is up. Hedera has 1% of all crypto social activity today. That's a lot. And think about how many coins there are. You know, that means 1%. And you think about how much Bitcoin and Ethereum probably take up. So that's a pretty significant chunk out of the top 100. Yeah, Dagnum PI says it's pretty incredible. He's an Algorand and HBAR guy. Lehman head. Get it? HBAR investors waiting for the rest of crypto to figure it out. Yeah, people are really happy. Not a lot to say about that other than, like I said, you might think this is like, well, who cares? Big deal. It is a big deal because social media is a huge part of the retail investing experience on crypto. And companies figured out, Hedera figured out, we need to care about retail. Why? Because even if you're enterprise focused, you're enterprise clients, and this is what the HBAR Foundation CEO said, even if they're enterprise clients, they care about having a user base. So a user base is really, really important to them. That's why this matters. So I think this is a cool little stat, and definitely says a lot about Hedera. All right, well, that's all I got for you this week. I hope you got something out of this video. Let me know what your favorite news item in here was, or your least favorite, or everything in between. If you love Hedera, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm Frugal VC. I hope you stay safe out there, and I will see you in the future.